Welcome back to Code Sector channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be creating how to create a for loop that cycles backwards. A for loop that loops backwards. Um, so let's start. First of all, let's create a heading. Say loop backwards with JavaScript for loop. Okay. So what do we want to do? Let's think about it. Usually, if we come here and type in for and the loop, typically a for loop runs incrementally. Okay, the index is increased, the index is incremented. Okay, that's the basic for loop. It's just the standard for loop in JavaScript. Okay, but we can actually tweak it in a way that instead of incrementing, we can decrement. In other words, we can subtract or reduce the index. Okay. But the trick with this one is it's just think about it as if we are going to flip the logic. Okay, it's just like an inverse of the logic. Okay. First of all, let's use I to make it easy on the I. We have our I to start at 0. Okay. Let's say we want to print, or let's alert. Let's say we want to alert numbers from 10 to 1. Instead of counting 1 to 10, we want to count from 10 to 1. Okay. We can have our starting point. Um, we can have our starting point at 10. Then we're not running an array line, so we're not running an array here. So what we can do instead is to say as long as I is less, no, as long as I is greater than 0. Okay. So the initial condition is the initialization here is 10, and the condition for the loop is to make the loop not come not we make the iterator not get anything less than or equals to 0. That's the meaning. Okay, then all we have to do here is to just document that. Then we can fold up that space, and what we can simply do is to alert I, and hopefully we should get the count from 10 to 1. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so I can come and I can reload, and I have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's it. That's where it stops. So it's a fun way to play around the for loop construct. Okay, there are different. If you think about the conditions that make a loop runs, you can find different ways to create a loop that is just unconventional. We can skip numbers instead of like everything going by 1, 2 sequentially. We can skip maybe 1 in chunks, 1, 4, 7, 10. We can run and skip prime numbers. We can decrement, we can increment, we can move in geometric progression in so many ways. And there always be use cases where this can where such kind of exercise we've done can be affected. Okay, for instance, in this application I'm creating, which is a Ludo game now, let's assume that this green token here, I wanted to calculate the tokens that are before before this this breakout position. Let's say I want to like calculate if there are any enemy tokens like within this range. Okay, and if for instance if I put my cursor here, we have 14 here, we have 14, we have 13 as the self value there. So I could get a range from 13 here, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. This point is 6. This is 7. This is 6. And here is 14. So we could run a program here that will probably say the counter should be 14, 14 and greater than 6 to get the range, and we'll run a program that would, that probably will just search for enemy token within that range. Okay, so that way it's a good use case for, running an array that decrements or that loop backwards. Okay, so there could be other use cases if you think hard about it. So yeah, thank you for sticking around to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.